Hi everybody, it's Jessie. So today is Sunday, June 2nd, and it was the second and last day of BookCon for this year, which was so much fun. I absolutely loved it, and I think I did pretty good considering I spent a big chunk of my time just standing in lines. Which, I mean, I guess is what it always is, but, or at least what it was last year too. But still, I still think I did a pretty good job. So really quickly, so today I finished reading Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I absolutely loved, and it was so sweet and so heartfelt, and it gave me some hope for a potentially awesome, like, political future for our country. So that would be real nice if we all took a lesson out of that book. I was gonna say take a page, but we'd need to take all of the pages. So if we all just took a lesson out of that book, hashtag Claremont 2020. Yeah. I'm here for that. So, but I'm making this video because I decided that today I'm going to start doing my first reading vlog, and for this vlog I'm going to be reading Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. I won an ARC of this at BookCon yesterday from Simon Teen, and I'm so excited about it because I absolutely loved Emergency Contact, which was Mary H.K. Choi's debut novel that came out last year, and it's just one of my favorite books, and so the fact that I saw this was there, it sparks so much joy. It makes me so happy. And also, the cover art is beautiful, and it totally reminds me of the art for Emergency Contact, which I appreciate because it's amazing. It sparks joy. So yeah, I started reading this book on the train ride home today. I didn't get that far in it. I only read the first, like, barely even 10 pages. I was so tired. And I have not read the blurb on the back. I don't know why. I was just like, I want to go into this knowing nothing about what's going to happen, because I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, so far it's really good. I think the one note so I'm a person who writes notes in the margins of my book. That's why I don't do libraries, because I can't write in the books then. But the only note I wrote is, the fuck are you doing wearing Timbs at the beach for? That's a valid question. I understand. You live in New York. Timbs are the most New York shoe you can own. But even then, if you're going to the beach to go to the beach, why would you wear Timbs? They're gonna get wet. You're gonna get wet when you go in the water and have to put those back on. They're gonna get wet on the inside, and it's gonna be gross, and no one's gonna want to clean that. They're gonna make your feet sweat. This is why you wear Nike slides or Adidas slides with socks, and you bring an extra pair of socks. That's what you wear to the beach. I wear regular flip-flops because I don't like slides, but still, like, I feel like if you're gonna go with the New Yorker trope and put them at the beach, you would wear slides. I don't think you'd wear Timbs, but that's not the point. But that's all I have to say so far for my first session with this book. Wait, no, I almost read the blurb. I don't want to read the blurb. I've committed at this point to not reading the blurb. So I really and truly have no idea what this book is about. And I'm fine with that. I said that already. But yeah, so that's where we're at, and I'm gonna get ready for the first day of my summer class tomorrow. And maybe read a little bit more before I go to sleep for the night. Yeah, so I will come back and update y'all in a few days. Bye. Hey everyone, so it's been about less than a day, but about a day since we last saw each other. And I've gotten to page 74, so I've read the first 7 chapters of Permanent Record, and I mean, I like it. I want to know what's going on because I still am committed to not reading the blurb. So I really have no idea what's going on in this book. And conflicting feelings about it. Like, I like the characters, and I like where the story's going, sort of. Well, no, I actually don't know where the story's going, but I like seeing the characters' lives as they go on. Like, the main character, his name is Pablo, and he has a younger brother named Rain. So far, we've only met Rain, like, once, but it was a big event in his life, and it was very funny. It was a great time. So, that was nice. I like that. So this book takes place in New York City, and it's about a boy who was born and raised in New York City, so... And it's told in first person, unlike Emergency Contact, that was told in third person from both Penny's and Sam's perspective, but this is first person from Pablo's perspective. The narration is written like the way... It's written in his thoughts, in Pablo's thoughts. So Pablo talks like he's from New York, and I am from New York, so some parts I'm just like, oh, that's really funny, but also sometimes I'm like, this doesn't feel like it's the right place or the right time to say something like this. I feel like you're just throwing New York slang into it. Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, this is just New York vernacular, but it's not the most appropriate context or the most appropriate time. Like, you could have used a better phrasing here, or you could have used this at a better time. I don't know. But, yeah, that's how I'm feeling about this so far. But, yeah, even, like, aside from that, the writing style still just feels very... I don't know if I'd say it's the writing style that's very different, because it's still the same writer, so I don't know if you'd call it that. But just reading it, it doesn't feel the same way as reading Emergency Contact. I remember, like, flying through that book, and this one doesn't feel like I'm flying as much, which is not a bad thing, per se. Just different. So far, I'm still liking it. So this is how many pages I've read, and this is how many pages I've got to go. That looks so washed out, but it's okay. Hey everybody, so today is Wednesday, June 5th, and I've made some good progress in this book. Where is my bookmark? Oh. So, I've read this much, and I now have this much to go. I still have not read the blurb on the back of the book, so I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very committed to not reading it until I'm done. And I've learned that doing that not reading the blurb before reading a book and knowing nothing about what's going on in this book, nothing about it, is a very weird sensation, I guess is the word I can use. I don't know. It's very weird because I don't know obviously I don't know what's gonna happen, or yeah, I don't. So I'm not really looking forward to anything. I have no expectations. So I guess that's good, but also I don't feel like I'm as invested in the characters right now because I don't know anything. I don't know, like, what's gonna happen right now. It feels like I'm just watching them go through their lives. Like, I don't know what Pablo's goal is, really. I mean, I know what his goal is based off on what I've read, but usually when you read the blurb, it basically tells you what the character wants, or what they're going through, or what you're rooting for, basically. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it gives you an idea of what you're looking for and what you're rooting for, and I don't know what that is yet, so it's very weird. I really want to know what it says on the back of the cover, but I'm invested in not looking at it. So, yeah. I mean, it's going pretty well, so I have to say, I think so far, I think I'm a bigger fan of Emergency Contact than a Permanent Record, but Permanent Record still holds up. I support it. I like it. Sometimes Pablo does some stuff, and I'm just like, honey, why? I don't always understand his decisions, but they're his decisions, and I'm here to watch him go through them and learn from them, because he's Pablo. We like Pablo, usually. Sometimes he's kind of being a dick, but it happens. He's gonna learn. So those are my updates for today. might be done by Friday afternoon. I'm on page 223, and this book has, like, okay, it has 417 pages. So I have just under 200 pages to go. I feel like I can get that done by some point on Friday, but we'll see. So, yeah. Alright, that's it for today. Bye. Hey everyone, it's Jessie, and today is Thursday, June 6th, and I have officially finished reading Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, and I have to say, I really had no idea what I expected going into this. I guess I kind of hoped it would be something like Emergency Contact, and it's not. I feel like I can say in some respects it is, in some respects it isn't, but, well, I guess it is, but it's also not, because, like, Emergency Contact was about Penny going off to college, living, like, figuring out who she is and how to live on her own, but, like, really on her own. She doesn't talk to her mom, she doesn't really talk to her roommate, she doesn't want to make any friends, and then she runs into, what's-his-face, Sam, and she's just like, what are these things that I'm feeling? And Sam is kind of just like a recluse who's still tied up in love with his ex-girlfriend, and he's just like floating. Does that make sense? He's 23, I want to say, and he's just floating through life. He doesn't know what he's doing. He knows what he wants, but he kind of at first doesn't feel like he knows how to go after it. And then this book, Permanent Records, really just focused on one character's story. It's told in first person. It's narrated by Pablo the entire time. But yeah, I guess you could say the same story happens to all three of the characters, Penny and Sam, and now Pablo. I don't know if you would call it a coming of age, because apparently now I call everything a coming of age, but it kind of feels like it is. Like, it's about all the stories are about three people in their late teens, early 20s, who are learning how to live on their own and how to be who they are with that. And they make mistakes, and they're just they go through their problems and they learn from them, and they come out better. They actually do learn, and I'm proud of them all for that. In this book, Pablo does some dumb shit, and I don't always understand it, but I kind of do understand it, because I think in his situation, if I were there, I probably would do some of the same dumb shit. I'm feeling very short in this frame. I don't like this. There are a lot of times where I was reading this book and I was like, I don't like the two main characters. And I think the only other time I experienced that, where I don't like the main characters, but I kept reading, was with The Seven Torments of Amy and Craig, which was still a really good book. I do think that the side characters were a lot more interesting than the two main characters. Amy and Craig weren't really likable. I feel like they weren't really likable characters, and I don't know if they were supposed to be super likable. I guess I enjoyed reading what they were going through and reading their story, but also I was like, I'm more invested in your friends than I am in your relationship. So, and I guess I feel like that with this book too. I love Jess, who is Lee's chief of staff. I think she's really cool. I love all of Pablo's roommates. I love his family. I think they're all awesome, but I just think that their relationship, while yes, was pretty realistic, it came off as very realistic for what it was, but I was just like, this isn't the most interesting part of the story. However, I do believe that, like, given the situation, everything Pablo did seemed like what a 20-year-old living in New York City would do, from my own perspective, as someone in their early 20s living in New York City, who's grown up here also. I feel like, I don't know if I'd say I can identify with Pablo, but I do absolutely. Not in all respects, like, some respects, yes. But I definitely can say that I understand everything he's done and why he's done the things he's done. I liked it. I would probably give this book a 3.5 because I liked it and I did enjoy reading certain parts of it, and there were certain parts where I was like, I need to keep reading to know. Not that it's like a edge of your seat cliffhanger type deal, but I just, like, things were happening and I was like, I need to know what's going to keep happening. So I couldn't put it down in some sense. But also it felt like it was taking a long time to read. Sometimes, not all the time. Like, I read it in 4 days, but still. Sometimes it just felt like it took a while. But it really didn't. I just am super impatient. So yeah. So that's how I feel. That's my first vlog. And I committed myself to not reading the blurb, and I did not, even till now I did not read the blurb, but I'm going to read it now. On paper, NYU dropout Pablo Rind doesn't have a whole lot going for him. His graveyard shift at a 24-hour deli in Brooklyn is a struggle. Plus, he's up to his eyeballs in credit card debt. Never mind the state of his student loans. Pop juggernaut Leanna Smart has enough social media followers to populate whole continents. The brand is unstoppable. She graduated from childhood stardom to become a pop idol, and now her adult life is a queasy blur of private planes, gifting suites, aspirational hotel rooms, and strangers screaming for her just to notice them. When Leanna and Pablo meet at 5 a.m. in the bodega in the dead of winter, they know they can't be together forever. But as they discover who they are, who they want to be, and how they defy the deafening expectations of everyone else, Lee and Pab turn to each other. Which, of course, is when things get properly complicated. Okay, I'm very glad that I didn't read it, because I think if I had read the blurb at first, I, being who I am, would have had a fairly different set of expectations going into this book. Because having no expectations just was a completely open playing field. But it was also kind of wild because I was like, I have no defenses going into this. It's gonna get a little spoilery, so I would say don't watch this part. So, being someone who always roots for the love story, I'm glad I didn't read the back of this beforehand, because I know I would have definitely gone for the love story, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's not a good love story. It's a story about love. It's not a love story. But I don't know, I like to think that maybe I would have, over time, as I was reading, been like, they shouldn't be together. I don't think that this would really work. So, yeah. I'm glad I didn't read the back of the book before I read the book. Because I would have had a completely different set of expectations, and that would have changed the reading experience for me in a way that I probably would have enjoyed reading this book less than I did. So, yeah. That's just something that, for me personally, based on who I am as a reader and as an audience member and a media consumer, I know myself in that respect. Yeah, it just would have been different, and I would have been like, nah. This book is released on September 3rd of 2019. It is a permanent record by Mary H.K. Choi. It is her second novel, the first being Emergency Contact, which came out, I believe, in 2018. Both of which are incredible novels. I would recommend picking them. I would definitely recommend picking them up. Again, permanent record, it comes out on September 3rd of 2019. That's in like 3 months. Just under 3 months. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this book. I would definitely recommend her first book. I definitely personally would like to check out the comics she has written, because she writes for comics too. Yeah, it says she has written comics for Marvel and DC, so I would like to figure out which ones she's written for, or which ones she has written, and read them, because I feel like they'd be dope, and I love comics, so yeah. And also, if anyone's a podcast person, she hosts 2 podcasts, one of which is called Hey Cool Job, and one called Hey Cool Life. I always want to get into podcasts, but I just never do. I don't know why, I don't. I've never listened to... I started listening to one podcast because it was about a book that I love, but it was like an hour long, and the first like 10 minutes were just the people talking to each other like regularly, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear this. Whose mother is that? They were talking about someone's mother, and I was just like, whatever. I want to do 2 other things before this vlog ends. Today I got this month's Bookcase Club box, and I'm going to open this right now because why not? Who says I can't combine an unboxing and a vlog? And then after that, I'll tell you what the other thing is. I just need to get scissors. Ow! I am okay. So the first book is called Plague Land by Alex Scarrow. Okay, so this sounds like it's gonna be it's like right before the apocalypse. There's this airborne disease that's going around and it's killing everybody, and the main character is Leon. Leon is the only person basically who's kind of like scared that this virus in the air is going to kill everybody because no one else cares, and Leon's mom is just like, calm down. The virus started in one specific continent and everyone's just like, oh no, it's not gonna make its way over here, and then it does. And Leon's the only one who is concerned about it making its way over to wherever they are. I feel like it's New York, but I also just assume a lot of books take place in New York if they don't tell me any differently. The infected die within hours, dotting the countryside with the haunting skeletons of liquefied victims. But what scares Leon the most is the way the virus moves, like it's adapting, like it has an agenda. If Leon's going to fight back, he'll need a plan. But first, he needs to stay alive. Wild. Okay, so according to Books Monthly, this is a doomsday thriller. There we go. That's a better genre than Just Before the Apocalypse. I'm not good at genrering books, but that's what this book is about. So let's look at the second one. Ooh, pretty. Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April Genevieve. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. So this book is about a girl named Violet, and she like rents out her guest house on her giant estate to this boy named River. Which, first of all, how can you not fall in love with a boy named River? He sounds exactly like the type of YA main character who's going to ruin your life. And I 100% would let him. Just based off what's written on this sleeve, I 100% would let River ruin my life. He sounds amazing. He sounds like the YA guy for me. I say that about all the YA guys, but Violet lets River move into her guest house. A whole bunch of crazy shit starts happening, and then Violet's like, I probably shouldn't be with him, but I really want to, and I'm in love with him. And River's like, yeah, cool, that was the plan. The bad shit's gonna happen. Maybe it will get fixed. Maybe it will not. Who knows? Bleeding, faded decadence, and the thrill of gothic horror, April Genevieve weaves a dreamy, twisting, contemporary romance as gorgeously told as it is terrifying. That sounds interesting, and also, we all know I love me a good contemporary romance, so yeah, I'm here for this. I'm ready for this book. Okay, and the last thing I want to do in this vlog is I want to go through my book-on suitcase that I still have not unpacked. I've just rearranged it, and pick out the next book I'm going to read. It's probably going to be an arc. We're going to figure that out now. Yeah, last year I didn't do a good job of reading arcs before they were published, and this year I want to do a better job of that. I want to use arcs for vlogs. I want to use a lot of books for vlogs, but I feel like since I have all these arcs right now, vlogs would be a great opportunity to use them. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arcs this year. That's really good. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so, Alright, let's look at our flash. Stop. Why do you want to fall? Freaking gravity. Okay, I actually got 11, but one of them is like 20 pages. But it's so cute! Diary of a Pug, look how cute this is! That's not gonna be my next read, but let's see. We got Slay by Brittany Morris. We got Now Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia, which I'm very excited about because I recently read Eliza and Her Monsters and I absolutely loved it. We got Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron, both of which are from Epic Reads, an imprint of HarperCollins. Sadly, I could not get Dear Sweet Pea by Julie Murphy or Serpent and Dove, which I really, really wanted, both of them. But both of these books sound amazing. Next we got The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow. I don't know what this book is about, but it's about someone named January, so I support that. After Monday's Not Coming, I support that. Let's see, I also got Tell Me Who We Were, which is also from HarperCollins. I think it's from a different imprint. Yeah, it's from William Morrow, so I think it might be like an adult book. Might be like a book for grown-ups, guys. But it also says, it begins with a drowning, so I knew I wanted it. Ooh, One Day Mr. Arkia? The romance language teacher at Briarfield, an all-girls boarding school, is found dead at the bottom of Reed Pond. Young and handsome, the object of much fantasy and fascination, he was adored by his students. For Lilith and Rami, Evie and Clary, Nellie and Grace, he was their first love and their first true loss. Aww. Okay, so that's definitely a contender. I got The Battle by Karuna Riaz? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. So this is a middle grade book. It's from Simon & Schuster. I don't really know what it's about, and also I think it's a sequel, so this is not in the running. I don't really know why I picked this up. It was on the table, and I said, sure, why not? But it says, a futuristic Middle Eastern Zathara meets Ready Player One when the game begins again in the gripping follow-up to the gauntlet. I watched Zathara once, I wasn't that into it. I only wanted to watch it because Josh Hutcherson was in it, and I was like 12, and it was right before the Hunger Games came out, and I was on a big Josh Hutcherson kick. I wanted to watch everything he was in, but I still haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia, which like is blasphemy at this point. And I didn't see Ready Player One because I didn't really want to. The trailer did not look like it was something that was interesting to me, and because I didn't want to see it, I didn't want to read it. So I don't know if I want to read this book. Especially because I didn't read the first one. But it comes out August 2019, which is only in 2 months, in case any of y'all are interested. Let's see. I have I Love You So Mochi by Sarah Kuhn. I also don't really know what this is about. I think I've heard of it. But also, what the hell? Scholastic prints their arcs with... This is Scholastic. Yeah, Scholastic prints arcs with really nice paper. That's wild. Like, that's unfathomable to me. Look at this paper quality. Can you see? I don't know if you can see. But, like, trust me when I tell you that it's amazing. And I'm just like, how are you spending money to print arcs on this? It's wild. I love it. Okay, so I Love You So Mochi by Sarah Kuhn is another story about someone living in America going away to their family's country of origin for some sort of break and learning about themselves and learning about their family and and it helps them understand why their family is the way they are, especially their parents, because, you know, we children never understand why our parents do the things they do. I get it. I do. So this book follows the story of Kimmy when she gets invited to visit her grandparents in Japan for spring break, and she decides to go, and she stays there for a while, and she, like, learns more about herself, about her culture, about her mom, her family, and she also meets a boy, because every time a YA protagonist goes on vacation, they have to meet a boy, unless they meet a girl. Or unless they meet someone who does not conform to gender normities. But the point is, they meet somebody. Kimmy meets somebody, an aspiring med student. I feel like this one's in the running. And, like, 20% of why this one's definitely in the running is because of the paper quality. And I'm not sorry. We have Sunny Rolls the Dice by Jennifer L. Holm and Matthew Holm. Oh, cool. Sunny, like, has, whatchamacallit? A series. So this is a Scholastic graphic novel, and it looks like it's, I don't know if it's middle grade or if it's, I don't know what's younger than middle grade. It looks like it's something for the youth, and I like it. I'm here for it. It looks cute. Also, look at Sunny. She's amazing. Sunny. The last option we have is More to the Story by Hina Khan. I met her, and she's adorable, and I bought her other book, Amina's Voice. I love the covers. Look at these covers. They are both so beautiful, and they're about girls who look like me, and I support them so hard. I don't know if this is in the running right now. It might be. So those are the options. I think it's definitely down to Kingdom of Souls, Now Entering Adamsville, I Love You So Mochi, and Tell Me Who We Were. I'm gonna read the first sentence. Okay, so I think the book that we're gonna go with next is Tell Me Who We Were by Kate McQuaid. And this one's pretty short. It's a little taller, but it's only, holy crap, it's only 190 pages. Maybe I'll do a double log for this one. Okay, so, going to put all these back. How I had these packed in here before, I'll never know. But they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back exactly as they were. However that may be. Maybe not exactly as they were, but they're gonna go back in here. Because I'm not ready to unpack this whole thing and put it on the shelf yet. I don't have a plan for that. I don't even have a plot for that. Got a nice collection of samplers. Let's see. I only picked up the... Wait, what is this? Is it even a sampler? No, I don't know what this is. It's not even a sampler, and I just picked it up because I was like, I feel bad for picking up everything on the table but this. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that book is. I don't know who that lady is. But yeah. I got a cute little collection of samplers. This one I'm so excited about. Curses and Kisses. Ah! I cannot wait for this book! If any of you know me, you know I'm like Sandhya's biggest fan. Maybe one of. I'm definitely in the top 10 of Sandhya's biggest fan. But I'm so excited to read this book. If anyone knows, my favorite fairy tale is Aladdin. Do you know why my favorite fairy tale is Aladdin? Because it's about a brown girl and a brown boy. And it's amazing. But yeah, I love it. Super hype. Oh, that reminds me. I really want to read Hot Dog Girl. There are so many freaking books I want to read. Okay, so I hope that's it for this video, and I hope you all enjoyed listening to me talk about and read Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. So if you like listening to me ramble and go on and on and on for 10 years, please don't forget to look down and hit that like and subscribe button and click that little bell icon so you can be notified every time I finally get some shit edited and upload it. Hopefully that's gonna be every week. I know I had to take a break for finals, but now that it's summertime, even though I'm taking another class, it's only one class, hopefully I should be on a regular uploading schedule again. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. That's all I have for this week. Catch me next week when I read... Where'd she go? What's it called? Tell Me Who We Were by... I cannot remember anything. Catch me next week when I read Tell Me Where We Were by Kate McQuaid and whatever book I read after that. I'm not sure what it's gonna be. It could be Hot Dog Girl, or it could be Slay, or it could be Kingdom of Souls, or it could be Now Entering Adamsville, or it could be Night Circus, or I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I feel like it's... Well, I hope everything's okay. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be down to the same 3 that it was down to this week. I don't know which one. I'm excited for this. Hope y'all are excited for this. I hope you all had fun. I had fun. Again, Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi comes out on September 3rd of 2019. It is from Simon & Schuster. It is gonna be great if you liked Emergency Contact. I feel like you'll like this book. I feel like you'll understand this book. I feel like if you live in New York and have grown up in New York and are 20 years old living in New York, maybe on your own, maybe not, you will definitely understand where Pablo Neruda Rind is coming from as he narrates this book. Grab this when it hits shelves, pre-order it on the interwebs from your local indie bookstore, or request it from your library, because we support libraries in this house, even though I personally don't go to libraries because I like writing in my books, so I need to have my own copy of my books, and also I'm an avid book collector. Please support your local libraries. We love libraries. They're amazing. And if you go to your school library, because they're dope. I'm sure they can help you get whatever you need. And yeah, if your school library doesn't carry like books to read for entertainment, then they're not doing a good job as a library. But yeah, that's all I got. Bye!